But as far as my opinion goes, I would never, ever, and would get in that situation where I would let that affect what goes on.
I just have one question.
Sure.
If there's a big problem with the Glen Heritage
Heritage Glen.
Apartments, what?
Heritage Glen.
Heritage Glen Apartments, and you are out here having everybody be rat hunters over here in the white part of town, isn't that gonna be a problem? And the rat's gonna come right back to Glen Heritage Glen Apartments are big
I'm
problems
gonna
as well?
I'm gonna be 100% with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yes.
could be.
Yeah.
If you
So
kill
this is
them,
useless.
here's the thing, if you kill them, that's not gonna push them. If you try to deter them, which is what a lot of people wanna do, cats can potentially deter them because you've got that cat scent. People like to talk about all the other deterrents, the ultrasonic, the peppermint oils, the predator urine. They love to talk about that because nobody wants to face the fact that we have to kill them. If you kill them, it's not gonna push them. So,
Laura, I have a question for you.
yes.
With your burrows there, how long does it take for a rat to potentially make the 3 holes? Because my question is, if in fact you go down, you drop either the dry ice and or the gas, if they have escape routes, can they come out and then in that time frame, how soon can they make a new hole?
So they can make a burrow in a day. I mean, they can work fast.
So I'm trying to understand, how do you track the number of people that, you say you over communities, 10,000 rats.
Right.
Could it be that you are just simply pushing rats out and they go the next day and build somewhere else?
I love that you're asking.
I'm asking that question
Yeah,
for clarity.
so the reason that I know that that's not the case is because you have to find all of the holes in order for it to be effective. So let's talk about the smoke bombs. Smoke bombs, real easy to figure out if you're effective because when I put that in there, if I didn't seal all those holes, I'm gonna get a plume of smoke. So I will know that I've got a whole bunch of dead rats there, and I dug them up because I like to count. I know, it's gotten weird. With dry ice, again, I've gotten really good at finding all of the holes. So I look for my 3. If I can't find my 3, I usually look again to see if I'm missing something. Most of the time I'm not. The one good thing about dry ice, even though it sinks, if you've ever had like dry ice that you've had at a party or something, there's that little bit of smoke that comes off of it. So sometimes you get that little bit of smoke that comes out of a burrow if you missed a hole. So very easy to figure out if you sealed them all into a tomb. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yes.
You're not going to handle dry ice with just your hand. You have to-
No, so let's talk about safety.
Yeah.
Safety first. Don't burn your house down. If it's got fire, don't put it near something flammable. Don't put it near gas. Don't blow anything up. Be safe. If you're using dry ice, it can hurt your skin. Don't pick it up with your bare hands. Wear some gloves. I use my nice winter gloves. I'm not that fancy. So I use my nice winter gloves, I put it in the ground, and I'm done. Does that make sense? Yep.
Did the owls die because the rats went away?
The owls died because the parent owls were catching poisoned rats that were poisoned with an anticoagulant poison that bioaccumulates. So the owls were catching the little rats, picking them apart, feeding them to their babies, and their babies were getting poisoned. So over time, the babies died, and then eventually the parents died as well.
My question.
Yes,
Will liquid nitrogen kill the rats?
could you say that?
Will liquid nitrogen kill the rats?
I mean, sure, but, yeah. Do you have a large source of liquid nitrogen? So let's talk about what's easy and what's actionable, because those are the things that are going to make a real difference in your neighborhood. Liquid nitrogen, we could pour a gas down there and light it on fire. That's not good. That's not a good solution. If you use something that's like dry ice or smoke, dry ice basically anesthetizes them first because as it sublimates and turns into CO2, it's the same method that they use with feeder mice that they kill in bulk. So it's going to anesthetize them, they're going to go to sleep, and they're in a tomb. And it's done. And it becomes compost for your yard, and you don't have to worry about it. That's easy. And that's a lot easier than handling liquid nitrogen. Yes?
Isn't pouring gasoline down there basically just making a small
Yeah,
mine?
yeah, don't pour gasoline into the ground.
Making a small mine.
Let's be straight with this. Don't pour gasoline into the ground. Don't pour chemicals into the ground. And if you do these steps, if you kill them in the burrow, one last thing that I want to stress to everybody. Remember that rats follow scent trails. Just like the gentleman said, they follow scent trails. So even if they haven't lived here, even if you kill them in that burrow, what you need to do, your last step in making sure that you get rid of the rats, 1 part bleach, 10 parts water if you care about your grass and if you care about your plants. Hose that area down. Look for those paths. Remember we were talking about they walk along the edge of your yard. Sometimes they'll cut through the grass and you can see a little path there. Hose it down. 1 part bleach, 10 parts water. It won't kill your grass. It won't hurt your pets. It might kill some of the bacteria in the soil, but that's it. And it'll get rid of that scent trail. So kill the family, make sure that they're gone, and then get rid of the scent trail so no new families, no new juveniles can find their way in. Yes?
We see them come down our street and they drop into the sewer grates. So are they living in the sewers?
Yes,
or-
they are.
They
So
are.
they can and will live in the sewer system. There's not much you can do inside the sewer system. That's why I actually love traps myself. And I know with traps, they're kind of scary. I prefer the old school model, the ones that our grandparents grew up with. It works very effectively. We actually measured it in 2016, 2-week time period, using all the different methods except for the dry ice. We didn't know about it then. So in using just snap traps and electronic traps and things like that, as well as cats and dogs, we measured all those too. 2-week time period, 99 dead rats, just from this kind of snap trap. And I prefer the Victor model. That's just me. Again, I said I was a brand snob. I'm still a brand snob with the
You put
snap
peanut butter on it?
I do. So here's a real trick with bait.
The live traps, I use peanut butter.
Everybody loves to talk about bait. What's the most effective bait? So my simple rats in my part of Ferndale, they love peanut butter. In the bougie section of Ferndale, they prefer like fatty food, like pepperoni from a pizza or cheese. There's another section of Ferndale near a donut shop. They prefer the donuts. So it all depends on, think about the things that are around you, what they might be feeding from. And if you have mulberry trees, I want you to know that in the spring, they are going to eat your mulberries. If you have fruit trees, they are going to eat the fruit.
Radishes, pears.
Right. And there are ways, I want you to also know, the rats climb. So it doesn't have to just drop on the ground. They can actually go up your tree. That includes your cherry trees, your apple trees, your crab apple trees, mulberries, so on and so forth, indefinitely. And you can actually make a skirt on the tree, take some metal flashing that you can get from Home Depot, and you just run it around the tree and flare it out. And then just hammer it in a little bit. Hammer it in with a very shallow nail so you don't hurt the tree. And that way when they climb up, they're gonna hit that and they can't get around it. Super easy to do. Yes?
Will they eat grapes?
Yes.
My husband put out grapevines last year. In the spring, they were loaded.
Sure.
He went out there to pick them, and
And they were all
the
gone?
pod was hanging there, but there wasn't a grape one.
Sure.
Could those have been rats?
It could be. It can also be possums. And it can also be raccoons. It can also be anything that's hungry.
Squirrels.
Squirrels. So, as a side note, I do everything wrong. Everybody says, clean up your yard, don't leave the dog waste out, trim up the bushes, don't have vines, don't have fruit trees, don't garden, don't feed the birds. I do all of it. I do literally all of it, including sometimes leaving the dog waste out there. I wish the rats would eat it. Honestly, I've got 2 dogs, big dogs. They make a lot of waste. I wish the rats would take care of it. Sometimes they don't. Most of the time they don't, because what have I been doing? I'm going around killing them. I have actually made a radius around my house so that I don't have a rat issue, except usually right around now is peak season. It's basically the cumulative effect of your spring babies, your summer babies, and now your fall babies. Now you have that dense rat population. So going into winter, some of them are going to die, just because it's cold, it's hard. Winter's hard for everybody, it's hard for the rats too. But right now, this is when you see the rats. We see the most rats right now. And it's for a reason. And it doesn't mean that you're overrunning does mean it's just the effect of that population growing over time. So if you trap now, you can go into winter with less opportunity for them to get into your crawl space, less chance of them going into your sort of engine bay in your car and chewing on your wires. If you have a newer vehicle, get your wires covered with the anti-chew tape because they love to chew through in the winter, and there's nothing worse than going out to your car on a cold winter morning, trying to start it and finding out rats chewed through your wires. It's terrible. Yes,
You said that they crawl under the car space.
they do.
Aren't you supposed to have a rat wall around your whole house?
I would certainly hope so, but I don't know if you have a whole bunch of older homes in the city. I know in Ferndale, a lot of our homes are from the 20s, and some of those older homes that have a crawl space don't have a rat wall.
How
It's
deep
just
do they go down?
2 feet down. So rule of thumb, if you have a deck, if you have a crawl space, if you have a garage that doesn't have a rat wall, if you trench 2 feet down, 2 feet out, I want you to get half-inch hardware cloth, take it down 2 feet, out 2 feet. Throw dirt back on top, and you will never get a rat there ever again. And that includes getting in your deck, getting under your garage, so on and so forth.
You said those things slick it
It's
today.
hardware cloth. So
Hardware cloth?
Hardware cloth. It looks like chicken wire except little tiny squares. You look for the half-inch hardware cloth, you can't chew through it, and if you take it 2 feet down, 2 feet out, they will not burrow underneath it. So remember, rats are going about 2 feet down max.